What's going on? Coming back at you with another one. I find this one important too for those of y'all who know anything about adrenochrome. Yes, adrenochrome. I know it's a very sensitive topic, and I know that a lot of people get banned for talking about it, channel striking, but I'm gonna see if I can take it there and show you how the predictive programming works. And shout out to Nikki Cheaterin, one of my Facebook friends. She's also a targeted individual. I just seen this on her channel, and this is where I'm looking at. I just seen this on her Facebook. So this is where I'm looking at excuse me, viewing this from. Now, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with Abrino Abramovic, the spread cooking lady who's almost 80 and don't look a day older. All of this ties together, people. All of this with the signs and symbols, all of this. Now, in this video, as you can see with the title is, how young blood might help reverse aging. We all know that if anybody ever, did any research on Abrima Abramovich and you're up to date with the whole adrenochrome thing that came out last year and they kept on trying to say that it was weird and it was a lie and all of this things. This right here is just another form of drop feeding, people. They're telling you right in our face how young blood might help reverse aging. Yes, really. Which means that, of course, this is nothing new. This is what they've been working on for years. They didn't just wake up today and say, you know what, I think that young blood might help reverse aging. Just imagine the experiments and the people who's going missing to contribute to this. But let's go ahead and dig into this. I just want y'all to hear this one particular part. I haven't even looked at the whole video.
So what we found is that an old mouse exposed to a young environment in this model called parabiosis shows a younger brain and a brain that functions better. And I repeat, an old mouse that gets young blood through the shared circulation looks younger and functions younger in its brain. So when we get older, we can look at different aspects of human cognition, and you can see on this slide here, we can look at reasoning, verbal ability, and so forth. And up to around age 50 or 60, these functions are all intact. And as I look at the young audience here in the room, we're all still fine. But it's scary to see how all these curves go south. And as we get older, diseases such as Alzheimer's and others may develop. We know that with age, the connections between neurons, the way neurons talk to each other, the synapses, they start to deteriorate, neurons die, the brain starts to shrink, and there's an increased susceptibility.
That was important. We said too, the effects of what we go through as targeted individuals. We just spoke on the decline or the deterioration of your neurons and how that affects the aging process of us too. So that's another topic I'm gonna be digging into, but I'm gonna get more in depth. I gotta get me another laptop. They completely fried my other one when I was doing my interviews, but let's dig back into this. Hold on, it was a part I wanted y'all to hear.
Excited about, and several other labs, is that this may even apply to the brain. So what we found is that an old mouse exposed to a young environment in this mice that share a blood supply with young mice can get rejuvenated.
Okay.
Youth.
Here we go right here. This was the key part I wanted y'all to hear, so scratch everything else.
I will share an absolutely amazing development in aging research that could revolutionize the...
And notice, whenever they come and talk to us about these new processes or things being developed, they always pitch to us the pros of the situation or the invention or what it is they're pitching to us. Notice, they never tell us the cons to it, the bad side, and how they go about determining this now. So, for instance, is how they using the crowd control weapons, the ultrasonic and things like that. They tell us that it's a non-lethal, but they're not telling us if kept on someone for for a short period of time that it is very much lethal. So that's what I'm saying. When these people introduce the things that they introduce to us, like Wi-Fi, they gave us these Wi-Fi boxes, but then tell us the danger of the EMF that the Wi-Fi emits. They never tell us the cons. Now let's finish hearing this guy.
It's the way we think about aging, and we may treat age-related diseases in the future. It started with experiments that showed a recent number of studies, but growing, that animals, old mice, that share a blood supply with young mice can get rejuvenated.
So there he said it. He said so through their research, what they came to the conclusion to understand basically is that by giving the old mice young mice blood, that the old mice was able to be rejuvenated. It's the same thing. So you think that they haven't been running these studies with humans? Of course, people. This right here is the con to the adrenochrome. This is the flip side of it. This is the, like I was just describing to y'all, the pros and the cons. They're not telling you where all of the cons came from or what or the whole process that it took for them to come up with this whole determination of what they just said, bro. This is all about adrenochrome. That's why there's so many missing kids in the world. It's true. So you mean to tell me that for the ones who don't believe that they're taking this science and only applying it to animals and mice? You have to be out of your rabbit ass mind if you think that. Adrenochrome's real. And just to give y'all a quick preview on how they put it in our face. So, Google. Google is nothing but adrenochrome and they put it in our face. Google has another side to them as well. And it's called Qualcomm Adreno. It's called Qualcomm Adreno. Y'all still not getting it? Y'all still not getting it? Y'all still not? Now I could talk y'all head off about this. Or y'all could go and do some research. As you can see, their CPU driver code. Google GPU driver code is named Adreno. Google browser is named Chrome. They put it right in our face, people. But we'll have to be some batshit crazy conspiracy theorists to understand and put two and two together. Is what they tell us. My God, these people are weird.